r/ask Reddit. What's pissing you off right now? Spent at least 2 weeks on a project and the unhappy client is bullying us into giving him a refund because, more than likely, he's in his own personal financial trouble. We worked hard on what is objectively a high quality product. We delivered the product as promised. And if we took him to court to collect what he still owes us, we would win because he's the one who broke our contract. All that said, it's still frustrating and wildly disheartening when you put so much hard work in just to get here. People suck. Open bracket. I needed that quick rant today. LOL. The shittiest thing is when people rip you off like that and everyone likes you them, but don't really understand that taking somebody to court costs money, and you just got ripped off so you're in short supply of money so you can't afford to sue them. It's kind of the Trump strategy. And sometimes the amount owed is enough for the loss to sting, but not enough to justify the expense nor the soul-sucking process of pursuing it legally. Source: I'm currently facing this myself. Nearing that time of the month where all my payments are due in one spectacular fashion to remind me how poor I am. Ah, yes, the old paycheck surfing the bank account week. Hang in there, dude. Call a few companies and ask to move your payment date. Most companies are amenable to having the bill due on a different day, as it makes it more likely you'll have the money to pay when it's due. My boyfriend's aunt. He lives with her, his cousin, and his grandmother. He's been pretty unwell lately, and a couple days ago the illness got to the point where he asked her to bring him to the emergency room. Not only did she refuse, she also forbid him from using the only household car to go by himself. She was convinced, for some reason, that there was nothing wrong with him. Well, he called me the next day. I love this dumbass with all my heart, but he has a cat-like tendency to hide his own injuries and ignore his own well-being to avoid causing trouble for other people, and told me about it, and I convinced him to let us get him to the hospital. 4 hours later, he was diagnosed with Crohn's disease, which he's been dealing with silently for a while. He's been staying with me ever since. Duck her. She literally prevented him from seeking medical treatment for the severe symptoms of what turns out to be a chronic disease. Nothing wrong. My ass. Edit. Wow, this blew up. I just got home and mentioned it to him and he just gleefully shouted my ass is famous. Duck. I love this man. Thanks everyone for all the support and hate. But, you know, valid and constructive hate. r/Crohn's disease is a great resource for you and your boyfriend. So sorry to hear he's dealing with this. They have a Discord for that sub. The internet is beautiful. I bit into a soggy Oreo that came straight out of the package. OHH. Buddy, I'm so sorry. That's horrible. My teammate who was on a vacation for half the month winning the monthly award over me. Whoa, he must be really good. She is, but her performance did nothing to justify her winning the award over me. I'm so mad. It's 2:15 a.m. and I can't sleep. My inability to figure out what I'll want with my life. No goals or motivation to see myself succeed. I am right there with you. Just finished college and I am all up in the air. No ducking clue what I am doing with my life or how to move forward. Edit. I am 29 and from the UK. At 19 I suffered kidney failure after docs told me I would die. I spent 7 years on dialysis. I survived and got a transplant to the amazement of doctors. I have finished college with a forensic science degree which I can't use because I have a very low immune system, so the police won't hire me due to chemicals and dangerous substances. I have a business operations diploma and no experience in the world of work and can't even get a job flipping burgers at McDonald's. Have tried. I suffer crippling depression and always find a way to screw up everything due to feeling like I should have died at 19 and self-sabotage. And going to college was to try and get myself back out into the world and get a grasp on who I am. I have no ducking clue and I have never felt more alone or useless in my life. Not doing this for sympathy. Just a lot of people telling me to get up and get out there, and I appreciate it, I really do. But I am quite broken and use the internet to escape my harsh reality. I would recommend applying for jobs that line up with your major. Searching for your first job is the absolute worst, but once you get your foot in the door the rest of life starts to fall into place. At that point you can decide to pursue different hobbies and try new things until you find what you like. I can't see my forehead. Damn it, Patrick. You can't see your ears either. I'm performing the duties of the role above me on a daily basis at work. I'm a top performer on my team and next in line for promotion. Instead of promoting me, management decided to go with an outside hire who just finished college. I've been working here for almost 4 years since I graduated, and now I report to her. Edit. Wow, this really blew up. I have already decided to drain my PTO this summer and lock down another job this fall. I actually got an offer recently, but it wasn't a good fit for me. I'm trying to walk that thin line between getting a new job and not knee-jerking into a worse situation. Glad to see a lot of people would have done the same in my position. This made me feel better. Thanks. Seems like it might be time to polish up that resume and practice your interview answers. Ahem. My greatest weakness is that I work too hard. I have to wear steel-toed boots for 50 hours a week. I just bought a new pair. My new boots seem to fit well in the store. I've had them for 2 days now and my right foot is killing me. The left foot is completely fine, but right underneath where the big toe on my right connects to the foot is hurting pretty badly. This is making me irrationally angry. Edit. I appreciate all the advice and recommendations. I hope it's just I need to break them in. But if I keep having some pain, I'll probably go see someone about it. Dude, that is as legit as it gets as far as complaints go. I hate shopping for footwear. I have some ingrown toenails on my right foot, and many shoes can be fine on the left side, but will be killing me on the right foot. I feel like a douchebag when I have to keep telling the salespeople that none of the shoes they brought out for me to try on are going to work. So many shoes I wish I could wear. I wonder on occasion if it wouldn't be easier to amputate the little toe on my right foot. But footwear comfort is very important, and I don't think anyone deserves to have to wear uncomfortable boots. Edit. As the replies to my comment kept steaming in, I had realized, to my great horror, that I had misstated the actual problem. The fact is that I have the nasty nail fungus on my right foot, some toes worse than others, but definitely impacting the smallest toe. I used to have an ingrown toenail on the big toe, and had podiatrist nip the offending edge, preventing future growth. The fungus causes the nail to grow into a hill, rather than a normal flat growth. I have to periodically use a Dremel to grind down the bumpy growth down to a flatter surface. When the nail bump gets large, and weather is hot, and I'm working hard, that can make feet uncomfortable. What I was trying to say is that some shoes cause discomfort immediately because that little toe is more sensitive. I've consulted with doctors many times about this. Topical treatments require daily application, and apparently I lack the discipline to follow the regimen. There is medication to take internally, but it can adversely impact the liver, and I'm not ready to give up my beer just yet. Nail fungus sucks, but it is much more manageable than ingrown nail. I second everyone's comments about seeing a foot doctor to treat ingrown nails, as I am thankful to my podiatrist to this day for bumping up my quality of life a few notches. I'm writing client proposals based on some work done out of another office and all the descriptions are generic as duck. Like update X, Y, and Z equipment. Update how? Why? Who asked for this? In some cases they've even used the equipment numbers instead of the names or descriptions. It's infuriating trying to decipher this bullshit. I'd kick it back with a note saying, kindly resubmit with a more specific request. Use the format. Don't try and shoulder someone else's job for them. If progress gets delayed, you're making sure it's on them and not you. Sorry if it might not apply to your situation, but I hope it gives you an idea on how to handle it. I wish I could. No one involved works here anymore. The original proposals were opened a year ago next week. It's my first year working after graduation and I now realize why everyone always says office sucks. Edit. Well, since this has received some traction, I would like to really vent it all out here. This is just a rant, so please feel free to ignore. TBH, the first few months were great for me too. I have a wonderful local team, all great people. It's just that the past few months have been really stagnant and I have been stuck with a few assignments that just won't complete because of external dependencies. The people here absolutely do not give a shit about my needs and requirements for a particular task. All I do every day is keep writing emails or chat with people and keep requesting them to send this or do that so I can finish off my work, but no one cares. I was hired as a developer, but I barely write code. It's usually small fixes or additions, which is followed by weeks of deliberations or approvals. Ducking hate this shit. Also, now I see my London and NY counterparts playing the game and blaming me for things that were no fault of mine, and I sometimes think the new guy is being made a scapegoat. My NA counterpart always keeps taunting me when we review code, and it's become really ducking irritating. He will also ask me to do his due diligence sometimes, and I just can't say no. It's come to the point where it's actually bothering me now, and I don't feel like even talking to him because I know he's gonna give me shit in the form of lessons because I am still green. The only reason why office is still bearable is because of my local colleagues and a few friends I have there. I have not progressed or developed technically at all in my stint here, and my London and NA colleagues are just freaking shitholes because of the way I am treated. Sorry this suddenly became a rant. Just had to vent it all out. TL. Doctor, office sucks cause work ain't good and my foreign counterparts are pieces of shit. Edit 2. Never expected so many kind responses. Thanks a lot everyone for your advice. Some comments also made me realize that this job is a big privilege that I possess and that I should not be cribbing about it because others have it way tougher than me. Thanks for the eye opener as well. Stay out of petty scrabbling. Hide your snacks. And have something in your cube that's cheerful fun, and hopefully you survive. Good luck, and remember office jobs are not for everyone, but they vary greatly depending on the company. The snacks thing is important. Seriously, hide yo snacks. Nothing is more infuriating when you're hungry. Too broken smart to go to the vending machine only to find when you open your snack drawer that the last of your stash of granola bars or protein bars is gone. Reddit doesn't want to ducking work right now. It's been wonky a couple times over the last week. Not sure what's going on. I thought you meant that Redditors didn't want to work, and I was like, yeah, I'm slacking. You got me there, comma. My landlord. We had water damage, and part of the remediation efforts required us moving 90% of our furniture downstairs or piled in the kitchen and bathrooms for a week. So I'm living downstairs in the den. My wife and kids are at the cabin. Because it was short notice I couldn't take the time off, and now apparently we can't move back in for another 7 days. 2 weeks instead of 1. Not because anything went wrong, but because the landlord either didn't ask or didn't communicate the timeline to us. So now I'm on day 5 of 14 without my family or a house, and she's telling me she can't possibly give us a break on rent because she had to pay her insurance deductible. Duck all of this. I would check the law where you live, but I know in many places a tenant can withhold rent over unlivable conditions. Since you can't live there right now, this definitely seems like a good time to withhold rent. Here you can't decide to withhold rent. You file a dispute with the tenancy branch first, which is a step I don't want to take just yet. The day may come and you actually have 2 years to file here, and we like the place. So we'll see how she is after this is over, and if she's not great then she's going to pay me back. People creating short-term fixes for problems while either not realizing or outright disregarding the long-term effects of their decisions. Tale as old as time. A song as old as wine. That I have wasted years of my life to help a friend, whom treated me like crap and ruined our entire relationship. I gave money to one of my friends, and gave him food when his parents were in a rough patch financially and he couldn't buy his own food, and sat with him when he sat alone at lunch and accused me of calling his GF a slut. I proved myself innocent and he lied to the whole school that I did call her that and that I tried to break them up. Dumped him. Also invited a friend who he considers close who bullies him and makes fun of him to his party instead of me. Jesus high school Christ. My granddad died less than an hour ago. No family nearby and I'm all alone because my friends and boyfriend are all too busy to come over and comfort me. Have a suspicion boyfriend is too busy watching the football and catching up on other TV shows to bother doing the 20 minutes bus to me. Sounds like you just became a lucky person. I know it sounds like I am an ass, but hear me out. You have found out the thing that everyone always wonders. Who can I truly rely on? Adjust your life accordingly, and as long as you remember granddaddy is not truly gone. I do see your point. Good way to find a silver lining. Although taking into consideration things like distance, I still do have people I can truly rely on, just not this exact second. I feel depressed again. I'm there with you. It's the worst feeling when you can feel yourself starting that depression spiral and suddenly none of the things that helped you before are helping you now. The formula just stopped working and you don't even know where to start when trying to make a new one. It will pass. Source: cyclical depression. That I had a 4th stroke last week. Hospital stays can pound sand. Dang. I'm so sorry. Hospital stays can definitely suck the life out of you. On the bright side, you've survived 4 strokes this week. Congratulations. In my province, Alberta, our new government just introduced a bill to decrease the minimum wage for people under 18 by $2 per hour. Because duck teenagers. BTW, I'm not a teenager. Edit. For those who don't know about Albertan politics, the leader of our province is a Bible school dropout that has in the past bragged about preventing same-sex couples from visiting one another in hospital. That was in the 90s. He's also widely rumored to be a closet homosexual himself. Check out r/Alberta and r/Alberta politics for more info drama. Edit 2. Thanks. Silver giver. I'm going into my work within the next couple hours to either ask for either a pay increase to $16 billion, keep my pay at $15 when the bill is introduced, c. If they refuse, I'm handing in my 2-week notice. The shit I have to deal with isn't worth $13 HR. I'm hoping that businesses don't actually see this as an opportunity to lower their minimum wage and instead just keep their current wages. But as a teenager who works to help their parents out, bills duck that. I had a kebab 20 minutes ago and now I've got the trots. Just sitting here browsing Reddit. My left knee. Getting old sucks. I can't move half my face due to Bell's palsy. Had that once. Make sure you take the medication and do face exercises honestly. It's not that bad. I can't say how bad yours is obviously, but it was unnoticeable. I'd even had it after about 2 weeks. A little tip though. Doctors don't find it that funny when you sing Phantom of the Opera songs as you'd probably think. Those are just the uncool doctors. My son is taking forever to be birthed. Like get out, damn it. Update. Okay, so she's still 8 centimeters. I have no idea what is taking so long. Is it normal to still have more to dilate after this many hours? Doctors don't seem too concerned at the moment, but one nurse said he's developing a cone head or something to that effect. Thank you all for the good vibes and warm wishes. I'll keep updating. Last update. He's here. He has a little cone head going on, lol, but he's such a handsome boy. My girlfriend had to have her emergency C-section. Sunny side up. But he's 7. 1 pounds and 25 inch. Really thank you all for the kind words and support. It really helped us both immensely. I'm such a proud father and I can't wait to see my baby boy grow up. Welcome to the world, Grayson Miles Cardona. I'll post pictures soon. Sorry I never got back to anyone yet. Been a stressful day. Good luck. Rooting for you too. Edit. Oh wow. So happy for the 3 of you. You're going to be an amazing dad. I see that. Grayson is a lucky little man. Take some rest. No need to get back to anyone. Watching my country spiral down into a global laughingstock due to political extremism. The sad thing is that at this point, I can no longer confidently guess which country you mean. It's getting bad everywhere. I'm starting to think the internet will be looked at by future historians as an irresponsible mistake. The story so far, the internet was created. This has made a lot of people angry and been widely regarded as a bad move. I am objectively way happier when I'm in a relationship. I'm an affectionate person. I love having a significant other. And when I'm single, I long for dating and affection greatly. I have now been single for 6 years straight. It ducking sucks. Man, I can't even imagine that. I hope you get lucky and drop a coffee on someone of the gender you like tomorrow and get all the happiness. I did not come to this thread to be personally attacked. Failing 3 out of 6 of my classes because I got sick on a day with 3 huge tests. Hey, you're stressed and you may have just said this to vent, but you can fix this. Talk to your teachers and reschedule the tests. Don't put it off. Email them now. I have a bad infection and am allergic to most medications that would be used to treat it. My ear is killing me and my throat is on fire. I am really exhausted. All I want to do is go to bed. Unfortunately, I can't. My kids need me. I am not pissed off at them. I am just pissed off I can't put my head down and cry. I can't sleep because I cough all night. My husband took the kids this morning, but had to go meet a co-worker who is only in town today. Again, not pissed at him. He was really helpful and told me I could call him if I need him to come home. But he really deserves some time out. I am just miserable because I hurt. I have gross green gunk coming out of my nose, eyes and throat, and I have no energy. No one is in the wrong. I just want to sleep. If it's any consolation, I'd be pretty pissed too. Hopefully some get better resp from me helps. I'm realizing I just don't like being around my brother, and that I always feel worse after seeing him rather than better. My family has always spent a lot of time together, and we pride ourselves on being very close. And I do feel close to my dad, and sometimes do with my sister. But my brother just aggravates me constantly. He's one of those guys that prides themselves on being an a-hole. And, well, he's right. He's an a-hole. Right now the thing that's pissing me off the most is that he has massive insecurities around intelligence that makes him act out constantly. My least favorite is how he will introduce me to his friends by saying, X is the creative one, but I'm the smart one, comma, he is not the smart one. Other samples include reciting long lists of things just because he can. Want to hear me tell you every nation in Africa? Close bracket. Or being condescending over the most dumb bullshit imaginable. Obviously you didn't understand that Game of Thrones plot. Close bracket. I'm not trying to sound rude, really, but I'm curious. Is he purely just being a jerk? Or does he have autism? I'm on a 2-hour bus and the window next to me is loose, so it is constantly shaking and producing an infuriating noise. I just left the station. Stock market. Check it out. It's getting crazy out there. Trade wars are good and easy to win. China's paying for it, with my 401k I guess. Being sick. That there's a debate regarding what Mueller is trying to tell us. My mother is screaming throughout the house blaming everyone for something she did. I know it's from an anxiety attack, but she won't get help. I'm pissed about the fact that in America right now, the president is a total shit show, accusing decent people doing their jobs of treason, while his actions are corrupt and his lies are constant. The gaslighting of the people he is supposed to serve is actually working. Those unwilling to fact check, just cheering for their team are pissing me the duck off. They're buying the bullshit. Sheep, rubes, idiots, millions and millions of them. And they love IT. Old men are passing legislation that effectively would make it a crime, punishable by 99 years in prison, if an 11-year-old girl got raped by, say, her father, got pregnant, and didn't want to give birth to her rapist seed. No exceptions. That pisses me the duck off. Democracy and the rule of law are crumbling due to the GOP and this president, and about half the country is cheering it on. It pisses me the duck off. I thought this country was better than this. Kid in my class won't shut the duck up. At first thought, I felt pissed about American politics. When I really think it thorough, I'm pissed about PPA, primary progressive aphasia. PPA is a neurological syndrome in which language capabilities become slowly and progressively impaired. Unlike other forms of aphasia that result from stroke or brain injury, PPA is caused by neurodegenerative diseases, such as Alzheimer's disease or frontotemporal lobe degeneration. My daddy has the Alzheimer's kind. My dad was the smartest man I've ever known. He knew about everything. He was so smart and so funny and worked so hard all my life to provide a comfortable lifestyle for his wife and daughters. A few years ago, he would kind of lose words. Things got harder. He got diagnosed. Now he can't communicate without great effort. He has a couple short phrases he repeats. He doesn't understand what we say. He is lost. We're lucky BC he can still walk and feed himself. I know things will continue to get worse. One thing daddy still does like he used to, he still smiles big when he sees his family. He still gives big hugs. And even though he has a hard time vocalizing it, he still makes it clear that he loves us. I love him too. Whoa, you made it to the end? You're a ducking beast. I'll cut you a deal. Smash like and subscribe for more curated content, bruh. It's free and that's a great price.